Today we're making these healthy cookie dough balls. If you're a cookie dough lover like me, these are gonna be your new favorite dessert. They're gluten-free, vegan, and made with healthier ingredients, but they taste exactly like regular cookie dough. We're starting off with 1 1/4 cup of almond flour. Almond flour is a healthier alternative to regular flour. It's gluten-free and it contains healthy fats. Now I'm adding 1/4 cup of coconut sugar. Coconut sugar is an unrefined sweetener, so it's healthier than regular sugar, but you could also use organic regular sugar or brown sugar. Now we're adding in 1/4 cup of melted coconut oil. Now I'm adding in 2 tablespoons of milk. I'm using almond milk, but you can use whatever kind of milk that you have on hand or that you prefer. You could use oat milk, coconut milk, you could use regular milk. Now I'm adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, a pinch of salt. Now I'm gonna mix this together. This is the base of our cookie dough. So I'm just gonna give it a good mix, make sure it's nice and combined, and then we're gonna add the chocolate chips, which in my opinion is the best part. You wanna make sure there's no clumps of almond flour and that the mixture is fully combined. So it's starting to look like cookie dough. So as you guys can see, this is starting to look like the perfect cookie dough consistency. I could seriously eat this entire batch in one sitting. It turns out so good. It doesn't even taste healthier. Okay, now I'm adding in 1/3 cup of chocolate chips to our batter. Now we're just gonna stir these chocolate chips in until they're nice and combined with our cookie dough. I'm already so excited to eat this. It looks so good. So we're just mixing in those chocolate chips until they're nice and evenly distributed throughout the dough. All right, that looks about perfect. So I just put my cookie dough into the freezer for about 10 minutes to make it easier to scoop. And now I have my plate and some parchment paper just so that nothing sticks. And I'm gonna scoop out about 1 heaping tablespoon per cookie dough ball. So we're just gonna roll each cookie dough ball and then place it onto our parchment paper lined plate. And we're just gonna repeat this with all of the cookie dough. So my personal favorite part about making cookies is actually eating the cookie dough, which is why I love this recipe so much. So are you guys team cookie dough or team cookie? Let me know in the comments if you're team cookie dough like me. So we're just taking our cookie dough, rolling it into balls, then we're gonna place it back in the freezer to set and just wait till you guys see this next step. All right, last couple cookie dough balls. So this recipe makes about 8 to 10 cookie dough balls, depending how big you're making them. I personally like to make some of them a little bit bigger and some of them a little bit smaller, just so you can kind of grab whatever you're feeling at that time. Sometimes you just want a little cookie dough bite. All right, these look really good. Now I'm gonna place them in the freezer for about an hour to set before we do our final step. So for this next step, we're gonna melt some chocolate chips to dip our cookie dough balls in. So I'm adding 1 cup of chocolate chips to a microwave safe bowl, along with a spoonful of coconut oil, just to help the chocolate melt a little bit better. So we'll add this spoonful of coconut oil, and then I'm gonna place this in the microwave for 30 seconds, give it a good stir, and then stick it back in the microwave for another 30 seconds. Just keep a good eye on it. You don't wanna let the chocolate burn. If you don't wanna use the microwave, you could also use the double boiler method to melt your chocolate. Today I'm using the microwave just because it's a little bit easier and a little bit less cleanup. Okay, so our chocolate is nice and melted, and we have our cookie dough balls nice and frozen, ready to be dipped into the melted chocolate. So we're just gonna take each cookie dough ball and dip it into our melted chocolate. I like to use a fork and just wipe off the excess chocolate on the side of the bowl, and then place it back onto our plate that is lined with parchment paper. So we're just gonna repeat this with each cookie dough ball until they're all coated in this melted chocolate. The cookie dough balls are honestly really good on their own, but the melted chocolate just adds a really nice extra touch. I also like to add a little bit of sea salt on top of these. I just love the sweet and salty. And I like to stop and do this about midway just so the chocolate doesn't fully harden before we add the sea salt on top. So we're just gonna continue to dip each cookie dough ball into our melted chocolate. And then we're gonna stick these back in the freezer for a couple of minutes just to let them fully harden before we give them a try. All right, we have our last few cookie dough balls that we're dipping into this chocolate. These are gonna be so good, you guys. This is one of my favorite recipes that I make. I've made these probably 25 times, and every time I just swear I forget how good they are. Everybody will love these. These would be a great addition to any cookie boxes for the holidays, or just as a healthier sweet treat to keep in your freezer, especially around the new year. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of sea salt to these last few cookie dough balls. All right, these look perfect. Now they're just gonna go back into the freezer to let them fully set, and then we'll dig in. All right, while those are setting in the freezer, I just wanted to let you guys know it means the world to me to see all of your likes and shares and comments and your follows. Reading your guys' comments seriously makes my entire day. And when I see you guys making and enjoying these recipes, it makes me so, so happy. So please continue to like and share and comment on these videos if you like them. All right, let's get back to making the recipe. All right, guys, our cookie dough balls are all set, and it's time for a taste test. I'm not gonna lie, I've had these many times before, but I swear they just get better and better. You guys, they're seriously so good. You would never guess they're healthy, and they're so easy to make. If you try these and you like them, make sure to share the video and tag a friend in the comments who would also like these healthy cookie dough balls. And also let me know any other healthy recipes you want me to make in the comments below.